Hey everybody, and welcome to another episode of Songs of Syx. For day for today's episode, I think what I want to do is expand Ganamede. Just in all fronts. We set up the legwork for it already with the logging buildings being all moved down south. I think now's the perfect opportunity. If we're lucky, we can maybe even expand to fill out our walls, though I'm a little bit dubious of that. So, without further ado, let's just get right in there. One thing I think I want to do, like right off the bat, is make another warehouse for the food. Don't think we're at capacity yet, but I do think having more of these workers that are all around will just increase the efficiency with which we get the food into warehouses. Looks like there's some fertile ground that we were not using either, so I might make a farm real quick too. Is our cotton looking good? Let's see, we've got grain, we've got fruits, got not as much vegetables as I would necessarily like. We've got a bunch of cotton. Okay, I guess I'll get some vegetables. I'll sort of occupy the lower half of the block, like so. Just get like a 5-person farm. I'll build like a little donut for the irrigation. There we go. In the warehouse. So I'll build it in the street that's made of stone. It's gonna be organic. Okay, a little bit derpy. Might end up with a pretty big bottleneck. But that is fine. We've got a wood warehouse here. Don't think we necessarily need any more charcoalers or anything though. Was thinking about maybe making another weaponsmithy or toolsmithy. Probably toolsmithy. So I do think that's just a very amazing thing to have a surplus of. In theory, we might be able to eventually get like a export of these tools. I'll put a pillar here. Ooh. Probably gonna need to build or get rid of some of these for auxiliary stations, but you never know. Definitely that is true. I think we could get rid of one double workbench and be fine. There we go. That can have 54 workers, which should be more than enough for our purposes. Very good. I guess I'll just increase the grand road so it goes all the way up to the door. Make it pretty efficient for the workers. Just run up, grab some coal and iron. It's one city block done. Thought that was a corpse for a second. It's just a farmer. Just drinking his ass off. We'll probably do a services block up here. I did in general want to increase the amount of universities too. That'll wait a little bit. Guess I'll get rid of this woodcutter as well and put in another armor smith too, just to pave the way for our increase in soldiers. I'm a little bit paranoid. Not of like an invasion, but it only says we have like 1,500 suits of armor. But we have more than that in our like army depots. So I'm concerned that if a combat happens where we're under siege, it just won't count the equipment or something. This is kind of an awkward amount of space. Guess I'll expand the building by one. Doesn't mean it's absolutely huge. So it'll probably just be like a mirror of the tool smithy that I built earlier. Except maybe more space efficient in some ways. No, it's less space efficient. Got about 3 less workers. It is more aesthetically pleasing at least. Guess I'll put a pillar here too. We can just have like a nice set of doors on the far hand side. I'll put like a shortcut door here. Still 100% isolation. Boom. That'll give equipment for future weapon and armor smiths. Or for future warriors, I mean. Now I can just let time advance a bit. Might as well add in a shit ton of dwarves right now. How come the dwarves aren't that happy? Let's see, they've already got 2 food rations. So they probably want more food rations. Their environment they mostly like, the services are not good enough. We really don't have enough baths. We're almost good on lavatories. Okay. And boozeries. We don't have any Scythian ore. And not enough nor lighting. Well, I think services is the easiest thing for us to deal with right now. I'll build that service block like I was thinking earlier. That's pigs who work here, right? Yeah. So a ginormous organic bathhouse probably be good. No, I don't super like the super organic buildings, but... Or the super large buildings, but... It is what it is. That's nice. I probably should get some benches in before I hard commit to having more baths. Oh, this is awkward. What the hell? Guess I'm just gonna have to take this whole, like, block. At 90%. Could probably fit in another one somewhere. Oh. Boom. 100%. Put a couple doors there. So that should increase the baths. We could probably plop a couple wells down. The sleeping services are good. We don't have enough taverns. This warehouse could service 2 taverns, right? So, might be a good idea to put one here. Get even more value out of the warehouse. Ganamede that bathhouse very, very square. Just not the greatest. This building is pretty organic, though, at least. 90% organic. It's good enough for me. get about 10 bajillion tables. This would be the largest tavern built yet. It's a little bit space inefficient, but I'm gonna open up that path so people can walk around there. They don't have to like path around the long route for the tables each and every time. Boom. Boom. Luckily, taverns don't have any requirements for cooking. The booze is already just pre-built, I guess. Which I guess makes sense. It's kind of interesting that it doesn't have rooms or anything like that. I know in like a dwarf fortress, you can choose to make a tavern into a like an inn, basically. I mean, not every tavern back in medieval times, I think, was a inn, though, so. You know what you could probably do? Or what I could probably do? I guess. I mean, I'm playing the demo, you could try it too. Is building a large building, then having it serve 2 roles. I know I'm at maxed out utility or coziness already, but I think I'll add in some knickknacks just to make it look better. Add in some more carpets too. Don't think there's much better use of space we could have done, to be honest. Kind of just have like a bunch of double tables. It is what it is. I think I probably want a metric shitload of doors too, just to give people access. This should be good enough. Boom. Very fantastic. And while that's building, we might as well build some wells as well. This is kind of an awkward spot for it. This works, because the wells have like a stone road around it, so that should be fine. Oh, this city block definitely could fit one. That's kind of more servicing the pigoids. I wonder if there's any spots we can sneak one in town. Yeah, like there's this giant alleyway. Oh, and it's all accessible via this building. I think I'll have like a well back here. Build one up here as well. And if we could fit one this block over here, that'd be nice. We're kind of super maximal using the space though. Guess maybe right here. There we go. Ton of wells. The reason I'm going so out of my way to build these things is we're gonna need like 100 dwarves for these 2 projects. Currently we could only get 50 of them. I have a huge rate of crime lately, which is not great. The dwarf crime rate is pretty low. I mean, it makes sense, like lawful creatures. How's our load in the jailer looking anyways? 10 out of 32? Oh, the cantor. Oh, he's still an odd jobber. Poor guy. That's fine. One day he's gonna get a permanent job. I'm sure of it. You know, one thing I might as well talk about a little bit. It's this random, like, bugaboo I have. Which this game does not have. But I was just reminded of it. In D&D, for whatever reason, the non-human races just all have like ridiculously long lifespans. Like the elves live for 700 years. Dwarves live for hundreds and hundreds of years. I feel like it's too much. I mean, don't get me wrong, I would want to live hundreds and hundreds of years if I could. But I'm just thinking about, like, from the point of view of, like, world building and shit. Oh, this warehouse is done. Might as well employ some people and get some, I guess, like 10 crates of fruits and veggies. Then I could theoretically store other stuff, like tools maybe. Could have a couple crates for that. No reason not to have just like a bunch of open crates there. Gives us the flexibility to change shit up if needed. Anyways, yeah. I feel like if a species, people like the elves, lived literally hundreds and hundreds of years, it would just fuck up any economy. Because there's no way they wouldn't be like the 1%, right? Maybe not like... I'm sure there'd be situations where there's like humans richer than elves, just because of like, oh, they're an entrepreneur and their business took off like crazy, and now they're rich. Cal Mannix is sleeping on the streets? Oh, what the fuck? Okay, maybe we should put a dorms up here. Yeah, I think I will. I'm just saying, that's a little bit... I completely lost. How the fuck do I articulate this? I just don't think humans can compete. So it become like a weird situation. That's all. I mean, that's fine for a setting, but I kind of like the settings like this or Morrowind where it's like there's a bunch of different people living together. And I just think that's kind of impossible if you have some people living for like literally a century. Nobody works here, so it doesn't matter if it's a square building. Boom. This tavern is complete as well. May or may not need to gather some pigoids to work in this place. We had like 100 odd jobbers before we started this project, so it's not necessarily a huge thing. Hugely pressing. We did get our toolsmithy up and running. It's all dwarfy dwarfs working on it, which is good. Bathhouse also working. It's at 100% load, which tells me that we probably need more of them. Don't know where I would squeeze them. Maybe we could get rid of this antolodont pasture, put like a service building there. Or maybe in this block up here. Or down here next to the university. Next to the university seems like as good of a spot as any. Get another one of these rolling. Be probably a smaller building. It's gonna be 100% organic. There we go. Couple humongous basins. There we go. I think we can put a pillar here without breaking everything. Yep. Oh, that's a little shitty. We need to get rid of the bats. Okay, that's almost enough benches. Boom, then maybe we can get like a tiny bath. No? Might be a way to squeeze in more. So I'm gonna try. Put a pillar here. These things rotate so awkwardly. You gotta be kidding me. Oh, how did I make it even worse than before? No, never mind. We eked it out. Very good. Now I just need one more bench, which we can fit right here. Be the VIP bench. There we go. And you know, while we're here, we might as well get another university going as well. Has to be one tile larger. And much smaller as well. That just gives us the opportunity to put like some torches or statues or whatever. There we go. A fine university building. Boom. Employ 4 more people. Oh yeah, look at the dwarf numbers. They are down a clown with living here. It's very nice. Guess I'll add in like 20 pigs and another 20 dwarves. I know I said we needed 100 to work in these buildings, but they don't max out how many. Like this toolsmith said it could have 50 employees, but it's only using like 30 of them. That should actually add up fine. How's the coal situation? Not building up all that much of it. Do you notice that we're completely maxed out on ores? Getting close to maxing out on bars. Maybe it'd make sense to build another metal eating industry. In the demo, it's just like tool makers and weapon makers though, so. No, I might as well check on my administration points too. We've got 21 remaining. Not quite full on sanitation. Or education. Might be worth building another administration building too, while we're at it. I think in this university block it makes the most sense. It's kind of like the well-educated zone. Be infrastructure, administration. It's humans who work in these buildings, so it could just be an identical building to the university. It might need to be one larger, to be honest. So I imagine coziness or efficiency is not going to be a problem for us. Yeah, we're already at 85%. If I put one more, space, it'll let us do single row. Is fantastic. And we just build this out. 98, 100%. A beautiful building. 100% isolated as well. Don't know if we're going to use that back door, but I built it anyway, just to be safe. Actually, we might actually be able to use the back door. That's good. That'll let us top off our education points. As a load on these dorms, 100%. That's not the greatest. Could maybe build a big old flat house down here as well, in the same block as the bathhouse. This building we probably do want to be rounded, because it actually will matter. There are employees. Okay, that's 52% organic. 62% organic. 72 is good enough. Okay, can I fit? Ho ho ho. You know, maybe a little bit square is fine. So I could have like a double door here. Then we have another apartment block here. We could be a little bit more space efficient. Could have the gap over there so people don't have to walk all the way around like they're pathing in tower defense. I think I'm fine with 30% wasted materials. It's definitely not super ideal. But at the end of the day, once it's built, it's not taking up extra materials anyways, so. Another issue is there might not be enough space for carpet. To max out the coziness. No, clearly there's enough. Boom. Amazing. Pigs working here are not going to be necessarily the happiest, but it's very difficult to beat such space efficiency in my eyes. We have 2 odd jobbers. I'm gonna let in 13 humans to plug some of the gaps. Probably gonna want another 20 pigs, another 10 dwarves, a nice mixed population. Let's see. Why don't the elves have maxed out clothes? What the fuck? I know they're not like super high priority, but it's no excuse to have them like run. Might be worth considering putting another like industry square down here. Sandwiched between this like services / flat house block. It's a little bit out of the way, but we could always have an additional like fetch warehouse to make things good. So the weaponsmithy has 30 employees. It's very nice. Paper maker. Hopefully we still are having a surplus of paper. Let's see. Oh no, it's being consumed by construction. Probably in the administration building, I guess. I think that does use paper in its construction. That is fine, we're still making a tiny surplus. Looks like the schools aren't getting super used up, load-wise. Just nice. Soon we're gonna have a whole new generation. What the fuck are they doing? Gonna have a whole new generation of Tonian babies. Or adults. We already have the babies. No, I kind of like it. Second industrial sector. Guess it'd be prudent to plan out the blocks in advance of that, though. Which means big old roads. Boom. So that's block 1. I think this should be good for block 2. The blocks aren't hyper regular, which is whatever. It is what it is. Look, I'm not a perfect builder. I don't give a fuck if it's perfectly symmetrical. Think back. I'm pretty sure like all the European towns are all like strange with how they're set up. I mean, I say strange. It's more efficient than American cities because they are like walkable. But they had all sorts of like winding stuff. Okay, cool. Got 4 blocks set up, technically 5 if we include the bottom one. One of them, this bottom block seems to be a little bit small. So does this middle one. Maybe I'll... No, it's clearly the bottom one. I think I might as well cancel these jobs and then build the road further down. It's gonna be stone road because this is like a less great section 10. That's kind of the opposite of what you'd normally expect with new developments, but we can always pave over the stone road. It's a good road anyways. Maybe I should have built it a dirt road, but we have... How much stone? 13,000? I don't think it's a big deal. Obviously we're going to need to shunt in vertical blocks as well, but they don't need to match up perfectly. So if this is going to be services and flat houses, I want to say this is services, and then this... we could have the work block down here. I think down here is safe for one of them. For one of the work blocks. Maybe there'll be 2. Of course, I'm going to have a big old warehouse occupy this little zone right here. It will be the thing that gets all the imports. Is it organic? Is it not 100% organic? Might as well make it 100% organic. Boom. So we'll import everything that all these industries need, which means we're probably going to want to have very good access when it comes to just walkable space. So it might be a little bit space inefficient. In fact, majorly so, but one thing I was noticing with all my warehouses in the other parts of town is that people kept bumping into each other over and over. Boom, there we go. So this will be the import warehouse. Maybe we could have an export warehouse up here to store all the things that we're going to produce too. It's going to be similar, probably smaller, because I imagine refined materials in all cases are just smaller than non-refined ones. I'll build 1 block wider. There we go. Might not be 100% organic, that is fine. Be 2 giant warehouses to fill in all the industry over here. Will be kind of one hell of a walk, the ones on the outskirts, but maybe we'll put like a laboratory on each of the outskirts or something. Who knows? Can't help but notice that the crime rate continues to skyrocket as well. I don't know if 0.3 is like bad by modern standards, but it's flashing red. It's bothering me. I think I'm gonna build some guard posts just to nip that in the bud. tired of this crime. It's not good. Least favorite thing, probably. Maybe. Not a fan of crime either way. There's one down here. Maybe put one next to the well. Oh, it's one block taller than these. That's so crappy. Maybe not. Maybe up here. Here would be a good spot for one. I think I'll do that. We already have guard posts near this like main part of town. Yeah, it should be good enough. We'll probably need to let in more immigrants just to fill these roles, or fill other roles. Let native people take them. Yeah, we're still making a surplus of paper. That's good. We also have 1,000 tools, so we might as well use some of these things. It could be worth starting to increase our farm outputs with tools. It's kind of a little bit scary for me because we've only recently gotten our farm storage under control. The fisheries definitely could use a tool. I think I'll pull the trigger. There we go. It's gonna be like a 10% increase or some shit. Tools. Wait, warehouse workers can use tools? Is that like a meme or something? How do I... Is there a way I can check? How many workers do we have in the warehouses anyways? 300 warehouse workers? I don't think we have the tools to give them stuff even if we wanted to. I mean, it makes sense that they might be able to do it. About libraries. Libraries can use tools. Dungeon people can't use tools. Guard post people can't. Okay, so there is like a... There's gotta be a reason that they can use tools then. I mean, I guess I'll give them a tool. Why not? Okay, I think I'm fine with this amount of tools left over. We can fill with that later. Just gonna advance the clock. Probably add in like 30 pigs just to speed everything up as well. And the services block, of which this might... I'm thinking this might be a flat house block, this might be a services block, and this might be a production block. If that's the case, then I could put in some dorms right now. Hold up. Found a band of noble people. They have about 256 workers with 88% training and 50% equipment. That's kind of scary, not gonna lie. Might be our doom. We don't exactly... Can we train even more people? Yeah. Might as well. Just get another 15 pigs. I do think we'll be able to repel these guys, but it's a little bit sketchy. These children are so fucking filthy. What the hell? There needs to be a bathhouse or something. Maybe a well near these motherfuckers. No, there is a well near them. It's at 100% load too. I'm building a second well. It's a well fast expand. No, I think I'll call the episode here with this danger looming on the horizon. We've built up our town by a couple town blocks and set in the foundational groundwork for another block. We've greatly expanded our services as well as our tool and armor production. And our administration capacity. We've just built everything up a little bit, which is nice. We're still a little bit not doing the greatest on workers, but I mean on services. But that is fine. That's something that we can always fix in the future, assuming we don't die next episode. Yeah. So, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope to see you next time for more Songs of Syx. Goodbye!